see what we've got for you over the next 8 to 10 days. Well, until the end of March, yeah. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Messages, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Ten of Swords. Seven of Swords. Four of Swords. Okay. Very strong air, very strong. You could be dealing with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or they have those in their charts. Those are the energies that could also be surrounding you. What I'm getting with this, there is definitely a completion here. You've been stressed about something that's been keeping you up. And it is tied to some ego. Maybe this is also tied to some form of loss. There's something around here that's saying there is a completion, there is an end to it. There is some ego that tied up to this. Is this tied to a person, or is this yourself? This is, for me, is very much of the self. But this also represents rest is needed, because obviously you've not been happy. There's heartbreak here. This Three of Swords is not here. But for these two cards, there's deceit, there's deception that's happened, there's betrayal happened, and you've not been able to sleep. You've been very dissatisfied. I don't want to say hurt. Disappointed is the word. Stressed. And you've been feeling the void. Let's get more cards for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I wonder if with the Four of Swords it also means revelation is coming in. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. With this card, is it something you've lost that you felt you were entitled to just naturally without even working on it or even informing the person? Let's say it's a new person that you're interested in. You didn't take any action. You just thought you'd be entitled to them without even expressing or without even showing interest that this person will always be around. Or something if you felt your ego has made you feel that you're entitled to. Or maybe if it's the other person that's really felt the ego's really been that's felt that the ego, that you or the ego has felt your ego or the person's ego has been feeling they're entitled to it. Interesting. For the others, I didn't go into this deck, but I'm going to. I want to clarify the Queen of Pentacles. Your energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Clarifying the Queen of Pentacles. The World card. Again, a completion is happening here. Some of you, there could be travel involved. I don't like to go into the deep meaning of tarot. I like to symbolize it in terms of what we need to work on. That might be the shadow aspect of our sides in terms of healing. It is a completion. It's like the Ten of Swords is a completion, and I think it's saying that this is completed. But I think, you know, the achievements coming in, or what is needed, the completion basically is coming in. But I think there's a need here for some self-reflection with the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is ultimate abundance and wealth. And I feel this is what you as earth signs need to come back into and move away from this sword energy. And your advice here is to reflect on what it is. If you remember, I said about the ego, do you need to reflect on why you lost it? What did you lose? I definitely think there's revelations coming in here. What you lost, what you was holding on to, was it actually good for you, or was it actually toxic? Was this the other person that wasn't was also quite egotistic, or was egotistic? I also want to say what's the word? Why am I losing my words, signs, for you? I think your crown chakra is needs clarity. Superficial. A few elements are coming up here. So let's take the card that came out. The door to personal happiness. Interesting, it's a number 7. Having confidence in yourself. We have the 7 here. We're saying it needs to be completed and it needs to be closed out. This needs to go. The door to personal healing and happiness. I feel like looking at this card as well, the revelation is going to come in. Angel of strength. Finding your strength in this situation. You will find it again. You're going to find your strength again. I want to pull a card because, like I said, I'm getting a few energies that are... There's an environment or there's a place or a person that was not, and this is why I'm getting this as well, because it's been in your last reading as well. That's no longer serving you, but you are holding on to it. And just from me trying to express myself right now, you're holding on to something that's, I'm having difficulty to express your direction you need to go. There's resistance here. There's resistance, yet it's not good for you. You're holding on to something that's not good for you. There's a potential for something here. The other thing that I'm getting, I just want to pull a card before I go into it because it's a bit different. But there's resisting. You're resisting something. I feel there's a need here for you to balance. A bit similar, fire signs needed to balance water and earth. And here, I'm not seeing any emotions. I think you need to, not water and earth, fire and water. I feel you're trying to escape your emotions and avoid looking into it, but it's causing you this. Whether this is you, your ego, or whether this was the person, or what you lost causing you this. For some reason, I feel some of you have a potential with a new person. That's what I want to pull out. 9 of Pentacles. A new person who is abundant, but not only abundant financially, they're abundant within their being. And they're solid. Before I go into this a bit further, show me Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Emperor. So what I was asking was, I want to see your energy if this is a new person around you. It could be an Aries, it doesn't have to be, because Aries is the season, and we've got the World card closing out a cycle, opening into new Aries season. I feel there's an element of protection here as well, that you going into this direction. 11 could be significant for you. Five of Pentacles, moving away from what we've just said. Magician. Okay, so yeah, some of you might have started talking to someone. I feel like one of you is quite spiritual and balanced. But you could also be a bit superficial, or someone could be superficial. The other one of you, I don't think you're showing your emotions to this person. I think you're standing in a disconnected emotionally. I mean, look how many cards we've got. We have not got a emotional card. We've not got a card that represents emotions. Yet this guy, the Magician, who can signify a bit of superficial, actually has a cup there. One cup. This guy who is the Emperor, is a divine counterpart as well, is a divine leader in authority, but there's no emotions here. Quite stubborn. Maybe doesn't want to open up to these two. And the Magician. This Magician is either the other party. One party is either a bit superficial, not opening up and wearing the heart on the sleeves, yet they know they need to, or is very stable in their emotions and quite a spiritual person. They flow a little bit. You both need to show the depths of you and harmonize the relationship if you want to take it forward within yourself is another option. Harmonize the relationship within you, your ego, the external and the internal. Because you're not happy with what's going on. There's a void here. We've got all these cards here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 cards, and there's no card that tells me about your emotions being connected or wearing your heart on your sleeve. So what is it? Take your ego out of it, release the disappointment, and open up your heart a bit. The door to healing and happiness, opening up your heart, being open, expressing to that person if you're interested in them, or deepening it, showing who you truly are. One of you needs to stop this superficialness. Both of you have the opportunity, dive deeper into the depths if you both open up. As long as the person is only being superficial because they're frightened to open up. If they're a superficial person, you probably need to let them go. So what is it you believe you're entitled to as well? What is it that your ego's told you you're entitled to that you might have lost? Or, you know, someone's not budging on communication here. Someone is not budging on communication. But I feel there's going to be a revelation, and you're going to know that this was no longer good for me. This is what I need to release. And I need to go in this direction. Ace of Wands. That direction has a lot of passion and spark. As soon as you let go of this, it has a lot of give and take. And I think this is the potential of some of you of, if there's attraction between you and a person, or there's a partnership, or there's a collaboration, there's a lot of passion here, and there's going to be a lot of give and take. You need to move away from the lack. And as you move away, you work through this. The door to healing, happiness, the world, and the strength card. And you get to something that's very passionate, and there's a give and take. And it's balanced. Look, we've got the scales, Libra, it's balanced. It's a balanced give and take. one last card, Earth signs. I don't think I need a last card, to be honest with you. I don't want to confuse it further just to pull a last card. I think we've reached it there. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I'm sure this would have resonated for some placements. If you're not a Earth sign placement and this resonated for you, I'm very happy that you've stayed with us and that it served you as well. If Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you've got other top placements, do check them. The timestamps are below. And now we need to move on to final, last but never least as well, the air signs. So Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, have a lovely day. If you're leaving us here, if you're not, I would love for you to continue with us too. And I'll see you in our next video. Bye for now.